Welcome to this channel. Do you know that you can use the MACD to identify important zones in the market? Now, by important zones or important regions or key levels in the market, I mean places where price reacts. Whenever it gets to that point, it reacts. Let's say these rectangles mark the key levels or key regions or key zones in the market, and price is moving like this. If price approaches this level, you know that it's either going to bounce and maybe push back down, or come and bounce and finally make it through. And when it makes it through, you know that it's either going to push straight up or it's going to push up and then come back to retest the zone and then move straight up. And when it gets to another zone, you know that it's going to do the same thing, have a struggle into breaking through, sometimes pushing back or pushing up again and retesting, or sometimes it breaks through and it pushes straight up. So these are important levels in the market. You know that when it gets to this level, it's going to react. And you can use these levels for your take profit or for your stop loss, because if you are to take a buy, somewhere at this place, you know that your stop loss is supposed to be slightly below that key level. And if you take a sell, it's just the opposite. So now the question is, how do you identify these key levels in the market? There are traditional ways of identifying this without any indicator. You can just highlight the lower lows and the lower highs. Those are your key levels. But if you are still new in the market, you might need maybe an indicator to help you with these things. The most accurate indicators when it comes to this, you find that it's something that you have to pay for. But with the MACD, it can help you to identify these levels without spending a single cent, because it's a free indicator. It is found both on mobile and on PC. So what you can do is this. On the MACD, you have on the first, let me set this MACD. You come to the indicators, you type moving average, convergence, divergence. You select that, okay, and then you double click on the MACD. You come to style, uncheck MACD and then uncheck signal, press OK. Now you have your MACD. I like to stretch it a bit so I can see what I'm looking for clearly. So what you are looking for on the MACD are these high points, the obvious points on the MACD. These ones. These are your key levels on the chart. These are your key levels. So what you do is you use this cross to identify that key level on the chart. For example, right here you had this high point on the MACD and it is here. Let me use this for once. The highest point is at this region. Now you know that this is a key level in the market, and clearly, as you can see, price pushed up, and when it got there, it rejected or pulled back, and when it made it through, it pulled back to retest before it moved up. So when price broke through this level, you could have taken a buy and put your stop loss slightly below the key level, and you could have done this. And let's try and mark the other key levels. The other one is this, the lowest point is this. Here is the other key level. Make sure you highlight almost the whole region. And here is another key level based on the MACD. You also had this one. This one is this region. This should be easy to identify. This should be easy. Here's another region. I'm just marking them at random. Here's another region. Now you know that if you were to take the trade here, you would put your take profit right here. But if you don't want to put your take profit right here, now you will move to the next key level, which is right here. This is where you're going to take your profit. And if you understand this, you will know that now price has broken out of this key level. Now price has broken out of this key level and has come back to retest it. So you can put a buy right there. Put your stop loss slightly below the key level and your take profit. You can even put your take profit somewhere here, and then you can scalp the market in that way. Now, maybe the best way to do it is this, is to start on a higher time frame. Now I'm on the hourly. You start on a higher time frame. Starting on a higher time frame, you identify the key level or the important region on the MACD. And please guys, bear this in mind. This MACD is for someone who has difficulties with understanding the chart without the help of indicators. If you look at the chart and it is confusing you, that is where you can then refer to the MACD for the key levels. You have this one. If you can do this without any indicator, please, that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. And another thing, you can also use the MACD to practice identifying key levels in the market. We marked this one. Another one was this one, which is this region. And another one is here on the buy here. Okay, it is still this region. It is still this region. Another one is here. Okay, it is still this region. So you can see that the MACD is showing you the important zones. Here's another one, but you can almost tell that it's still the same region being shown by the MACD. For me, understanding how to identify this thing, I would have just drawn one horizontal key level, simple as that, because now I have an understanding of these things. So you can identify without inserting the MACD. Try to identify the key levels, and then you insert the MACD to see if it is falling in line with what you have drawn. So if you are new, that's another way you can teach yourself how to trade. So please practice this, log into your trading platform and try to identify these important levels and teach yourself how to do this. I just wanted to make a quick video to open your mind that you don't really need to have complicated indicators. As an indicator as simple as the MACD can help you a lot. All right, please have a wonderful night and keep learning, keep practicing. Much love.